Welcome back. It's Wilderness Wanderings again, May 16th, 2024. Our reading is from the Psalms, Psalm 3 and 4, Psalm 12 and 13, Psalm 28, and Psalm 55. These Psalms are taking place at the same time, chronologically as best we can figure, as what's going on in David's life in 2 Samuel and in 1 Chronicles. That kind of gives you the background for the Psalms we're reading. I've entitled this psalm, this devotional, How Long, O Lord, How Long? And our reading is from Psalm 13, 1 through 3. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and feel sorrow every day? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes or I'll sleep in death. Have you ever wondered how long I must endure this? Where is God in all this? The psalmist reveals to us the heart of every believer when confronted with times when we feel far away from God. The psalmist repeats these very difficult words 4 times in just a few verses. It's as if God had turned his back on his son and left him to fend for himself. The cries in the night went unheeded. He did what he could to communicate to God, but still felt like God was nowhere to be found. He felt forgotten, abandoned, defeated, and grief-stricken. Thus, he had no reason to continue following God if this is the way God was going to treat him. Many have tried to obey God, thinking if they just had enough faith, they would experience God's presence fully. If I do just this, or if God will respond to my prayers this way, they plug in the formulas and think everything will be all right. But then very soon discover God does not often work like this. To be sure, those prosperity gospel preachers say this, but they mislead many by giving them shallow principles that if they just plug in the formulas, they'll have a huge mansion, a problem-free life, and a tremendous ecstatic joy of knowing God. As we've been reading through the Bible this year, we've discovered that this is not the way of our God. God leads us through dry, lifeless deserts, through the valley of the shadow of death, through pain and suffering and affliction. Even the apostles taught that we enter the kingdom through much tribulation and affliction. The question remains, how long, O Lord? Consider the psalmist expresses his trust in God. He closes the Psalms with these words, I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. He's been good to you? What are you talking about? He leads you through deserts and pits and places of hardship and despair? This is precisely what our faith does for us. When we're rightly related to God, we're content no matter what circumstances because we know they will not be this way forever. We have a bright future waiting for us in the next world, and the presence of God's Spirit gradually reveals to us what's up ahead. That's why we can sing in the desert and in rough places. Are you going through a hard time? Feel like you can't go on? Lift up your voice with a song to your great God. He knows the way you take, and when he's tried you, you'll come forth as gold. God will trust you when we can't see you. We'll follow when we can't see the path. We know that you're good, and what you do is good, so we will trust you until the light bright of dawn arises. Amen.